If you procrastinate, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're stuck in an identity loop. Most people try to change habits by forcing behavior, but habits get easier when you first change who you think you are. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to break the procrastinating pattern using one simple phrase, a tiny action strategy from my Vision to Action program. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to do to stop procrastination. I'm Deidre Kiesling, founder of the Dream Academy. And after 30 years in corporate America and trying to leave 5 different times to follow my dreams and start my own business, I finally figured it out. And now I help other high-achieving women with big dreams stop spinning, get clear, and follow through. And my approach is simple. Dream big, plan small, and take daily action. And this channel is about helping you create real results without burning yourself out and without waiting until you feel ready. Because here's the hard truth on building your dreams. Start before you're ready and don't quit. That's it. It's simple but not easy. And on this channel, I'll be breaking it all down for you. And we start today with the truth about habits. Habits feel hard because most people are trying to change at the surface level. They're trying to change their behaviors and forcing their behaviors using motivation and discipline. But motivation is inconsistent. Life gets busy. You get tired. Things come up. Life is lifing. So if your plan is, I'll do it when I feel like it, or I'll do it when I'm ready, you're going to keep repeating the same cycle because your habits are not really about what you do. They're about who you think you are while you're doing them. And here's what procrastination usually sounds like in your head. I'm a procrastinator. I'm inconsistent. I never follow through. I'm not disciplined. I'm not a morning person. These are all the ways that you describe yourself. And listen, these sound like descriptions, but they're actually instructions. When you repeat them, your subconscious takes notes and it starts building evidence to prove them true. So the goal is not to shame yourself for saying them. The goal is to catch them and change them. And so here's the tool. It's simple and it works because it interrupts that old story. When you catch yourself saying, that's just how I am, or I'm a procrastinator, I want you to replace it with these 3 words. Up until now. Not I'm a procrastinator. Instead, up until now, I've procrastinated. Not I'm inconsistent. Up until now, I've been inconsistent. And this matters because it separates your past from your identity. It says that was a pattern, that was a habit, that was a season. It's not who I am. And I want to be clear, this is not magic. It's a reset. It's you stepping out of autopilot and choosing your new identity of who you are becoming. And so now we do the second part. You choose who you are becoming. You keep it simple, you keep it believable, and you keep it action-based. And here are a few that work really well. Starting now. I'm someone who starts. Starting now, I keep promises to myself. Starting now, I follow through. Starting now, I take daily action. And this is the decision step in 90 Days to Done, my group coaching program. We start with who we think we are. We start with making a decision for the life that we would love. And now here's the part most people skip. They pick a new identity and then expect themselves to suddenly feel confident and consistent. But identity doesn't change through intention. It changes through proof. Your brain believes whatever you repeatedly show it. So you need tiny actions, not huge actions, not perfect actions, tiny actions that are easy to do even when you don't feel like it. Because the tiny actions start to build evidence. They start to build a case to your subconscious about this new identity you are creating. And so here's a tiny action rule. Pick something that takes 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, because your brain can't argue with 2 minutes. Your brain can't say, I don't have enough time. 2 minutes feels safe, 2 minutes feels doable, And 2 minutes starts to break the spell of that identity of being a procrastinator. So if you're procrastinating on working out, your 2 minutes might be to just put on your exercise shoes and walk to the mailbox. That's it. If you're procrastinating on writing something, maybe you're wanting to start a book, your 2 minutes might be creating a new document, writing one sentence, maybe two. If you're procrastinating on business, your 2 minutes might be sending one email, posting one message, or making an offer. And once you start, you may keep going. That's why I said you write one sentence, and then you might want to write more, because what happens is the starting is the hardest part. And then your brain gets on board. Okay, this is what we're doing now. We're writing, and more will come. But I want you just to limit it to 2 minutes, because the goal is not to do more. The goal is to become someone who starts, because starting changes who you believe you are. Now let's connect to your future self, the version of you who follows through. It's not magically different. She just has different patterns. She has an identity that supports her goals, and she has proof because she has practiced showing up. So ask yourself this: what would my future self do in the next 2 minutes? And then go do that. So not in the next 2 hours, not after I get organized, not after I feel ready, in the next 2 minutes. And every tiny action step you take today is a deposit in your belief case for your future self, for who you're becoming. So here's how you fit that in to the next 90 days. Pick one habit or one goal or one project that you've been procrastinating on, and just start by taking a 2-minute action step to start building proof that you're doing this thing. So in our full 90 Days to Done program, we start with vision. You get clear on what you want and who you want to be, and then we make a decision. You make a decision to choose that identity, and starting now, I want you to decide that you're someone who starts. So decide today and take that 2-minute tiny action steps to start building proof that you're doing that. Over and over, daily consistency, that is how you stop spinning, and that is how you start building momentum. It's not by trying harder. It's not by doing huge action steps. It's by becoming someone different, one tiny action step at a time. And so let's make this real. I want you to write down an identity statement that you've been repeating. So I'm a procrastinator, or this is just how I am, or I haven't been able to do this, before. Just notice today the one that keeps coming up, the one that's been on repeat, and the one that's really keeping you stuck. And I want you to interrupt that and say, up until now, that's who I was, or that's who I thought I was, but now we're doing something different. And that up until now is so powerful, because it's putting a line in the sand. It's saying that was then, and this is now. And that is how you start changing your identity, is by breaking that habit loop of your brain thinking of that old identity, because we're doing something new this year. In 2026, if you're watching this when this first came out, we're building your new identity. And it starts with interrupting that pattern of your thought process of who you were. So up until now, I procrastinated. Up until now, I haven't followed through. And then you replace it with a new identity statement. So it could be, I'm someone who starts. I'm figuring this out. I'm on my way. This is the first step. And then you do something, a tiny action step, to start building proof that this is happening. So I want you to decide what your 2-minute tiny action step is today, be specific, and then do it today. Not later, do it today. And for extra proof and extra accountability, after you do it, come back to this YouTube video and leave a comment that you did it. And if you want extra accountability, then comment right now what your action step is going to be, and then go do it, and then come back and update your comment or add another one that you did it. And that closes the loop on opening the loop that you're changing, doing the action, and then closing the loop. And so that gives you a perfect way to stop the procrastination loop today. And if you want help building habits that actually stick, then join my book club inside my free Skool community. This month we are starting off January with Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it will help you connect perfectly with what we talked about today. So I hope to see you inside.